All right, football and pizza. Oh, my God. Oh, Jesus Christ. This is one of the best ones ever. Hey, yo, Billy, colorless calves. There's never been a truer statement. My legs, I swear to you, they are the color of milk. I'm happy you're enjoying getting in shape. Most people don't get past the first week of eating well. And it's a shame because all it takes is one good week of clean food and breaking a sweat. Well, not if you're like 100 pounds overweight, but I know what you mean. He said, I started doing long-distance biking in my 20s. You know what's hilarious? I just had my bike fixed up. I bought a bike in 1983 that I still have. I bought a 12-speed with my paper route money. I was 15 years old, and I quit my paper route the year before. I don't think I did. I went from having a paper route to having a part-time job. I do remember that. I had a paper route from 3rd grade to 9th grade. And then I had to sign a form or something because I was too young to work. Oh, no, then I started caddying. I was a caddy for a while. Did that for like a fucking year or something. Then I just started. I always had a job. It was great. I always had money. The worst fucking thing in the world now is that little boys and girls, they can't be paper boys and girls anymore. It was the fucking best. You didn't have to hit your parents up for I had fucking money. Do you understand that? I was making like $8, $9, $10 a week when I was in 3rd grade. I mean, I was stuffing it in the walls. I had like no overhead. I mean, what the fuck was I going to spend it on? Football cards. That's what I spent it on. And I had a little bank, and I just stuffed it in there. And anytime I wanted something, if I wanted I used to, like, I had a job, and I was so young that when I had a job, I would buy toys with it. I'd buy football cards and candy, soda and all that shit. It was fucking great. I remember one time I rode my bike all the way to fucking McDonald's with a buddy of mine. We both lied to our parents. We were riding down a fucking 2-lane highway. Nobody reported us because there was no phones, you know. We drove all the way down there. And went in. It was the coolest fucking thing. And our parents had no fucking idea. I was exhausted because it was one town over. I just had this little piece of shit red coaster bike. And then when I got older, I had the Raleigh Beach Rambler. I remember I pointed at the bike because I thought it looked fucking stupid because it had white wall tires on it. And I pointed on it and laughed. And my dad was like, "Oh, I like that. You like that?" And I was afraid of him. So I just said, "Yeah." Bought this bike I didn't like. And then everybody made fun of me. I had these giant Pee Wee Herman fucking tires on it. But then one day, you know, we were riding down the hill and everybody was slamming on the brakes. Like, that's what you did for fun, to see what sort of skid mark you could leave. The tires were so fucking big. Everybody else's just went like that. When mine skid, it actually sounded like a car. It went, and everybody thought it was cool. But it had the big fat ass fucking seat on it. But I had a paper route and it fucking snowed out. And, you know, rain, sleet, or snow, you had to deliver the paper. And mine, I delivered the Herald, and then I delivered the Boston Globe. And I remember the kid down the street, he had the coveted route. There used to be this paper called the Patriot Ledger, and it was an afternoon paper, if that makes any fucking sense. And it reported on, I guess, I don't know what, the stories that the other papers already reported on, how they had advanced over the last, I don't know how many hours, whatever. So anyways, he had it, and it was a Monday through Friday fucking route. And it was like, that thing was the holy grail of paper routes in my neighborhood. And the oldest brother got it, and he passed it on to his next brother. It stayed, they had like 3 boys, and they all had the fucking route. And the youngest kid was my age, so there was no way to ever get the fucking paper route. So we had the Globe, Herald first, then the Boston Globe, and that thing was 7 days a week, 365. And I had from 3rd grade to, ninth grade. And I don't think I ever missed a day, unless I had a ruptured appendix. I missed a couple weeks that time. And we took a family trip one time when I was a kid. And I remember it sucked. You'd come back, these fucking asshole adults would do your route, and they just, I used to put it in the door. It was always dry. They would put a fucking rubber band around it, an elastic, whatever the fuck you call it, and they would just drive down the street and fucking throw it, and you get all these complaints, and everyone would get mad at you and all this shit. So anyways, I saved up my money, and I bought that Univega Nuovo Sport, right? Really nice fucking bike. And I don't know. My parents never threw it out. And I came home one day in my 30s and I saw it. I was like, I'm going to fucking take that thing. All right? Because, and you just, represents something to me. Working hard, that if you work hard, you get stuff, right? So I fucking got that thing. And it was all like originals and all that shit. And it just fucking finally died on me from years of fucking riding it and stuff. And I decided, or I guess sitting in my parents' garage, I decided that I was going to fix it up. And I finally brought it over to somebody. It literally cost me almost the same amount of money that the bike cost me in like 1983 when I bought it. And I want to get back to riding. I just have to find where you can ride in LA that's like safe. I know out in Santa Monica you can, and fucking, I don't know, maybe some of the parks along the LA River. But I always feel like you're going to meet some fucking serial killer down there, or get attacked by a fucking mountain lion. LA's a weird place. So anyways, let me get back. And I used to ride that thing when I got older. When I was 21, I got into the best shape of my fucking life, 80s shape, so no squats. But what I did for legs was I rode the bike, and I used to ride 11 miles every day, Monday through Friday, after working in a warehouse. That's how young I was. I had the energy to do that. And on the weekends, I would ride 18 miles, and I would take one fucking day off. Needless to say, I won't be doing that again. I'll fucking take little 5-mile jaunts on fucking level land. All right, sorry. That was my entire history with bicycles. Bikes used to be a big fucking deal, by the way. I don't think they're big deals to kids anymore. It was freedom. You just fucking left. You'd find other kids and you just fucking rode around. Did shit, I don't know. I started doing long-distance biking, he said, in my 20s. I was never in bad shape, but I certainly wasn't in as good a shape as I am now. Having said all that, I really hope that once this year you are able to order yourself a pizza, crack open a High Life, and watch 9 hours of football. Yeah, that sounds perfect. He said, now to the hypothetical. What would be your combination of pizza and beer for that occasion? I'd go with a local joint here in Massachusetts, originally from Cleveland. Go Browns. Congratulations on your victory. He said, and a Killian's Irish Red, a beer that no one drinks anymore but is delicious. I got to be honest with you. I am white trash when it comes to beer. If I could find it, you know what I would do? The first beer I ever got drunk off of was Michelob Light. And my pizza spot was in Stoughton, Massachusetts, the town spa. So I'd have one of their pizzas. I would have a plain one. Extra crispy, whatever they do, well done. And I would have a Michelob Light. And I'd have it in one of those giant fucking goblets that they used to have at the end of the Miller Lite commercials. Less filling, less filling, tastes great. That's right. That's what I would do. New York, my pizza spot. I haven't lived there in a long time. The pizza place I used to go to was right next to Dangerfields because I would always end in that spot, and I would go. It was Sutton Pizza, I think it was called. And I always thought that they had a nice sauce, and the cheese was on it, and it complemented the sauce rather than destroying, even being able to taste that there was any sort of sauce there. But I know there's a bunch of, I haven't lived there in like fucking 11 years, so I have no idea where. Everybody liked that Joe's Pizza. Down the Village was a big one. But I don't know. I like that Sutton Pizza, man. I fucking like that shit.